Hi everybody, and welcome to the studio. It's a sunny day, the cicadas are quite loud, so we're going to be painting. And today what I want to do is I wanted to do a simple seascape with a wave. So let's not waste any time. We're going to start off with a little bit of lamp black, and we're going to mix into that a little bit of alizarin crimson. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about how I prepared the canvas. So I have a little piece of tape here going across. It's just Scotch tape. And on the top, the canvas has been prepared with liquid white. And on the bottom, it's been prepared with the liquid clear. And that's all. So with black and crimson, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to start doing shapes. And I'm going to mix with the liquid clear. Like that. There we go. Darkening your corners is always a really good idea. And in between that dark, we're just going to go into pure phthalo blue with a little bit of white. Yeah. Just a little bit. Just tap your bristles so that you get really even distribution. And start with your X strokes going sort of in between that purple color that we laid down. Working from top to bottom. Okay. And then with a 2-inch brush, go into some white. And we're going to start turning these into clouds. So start little tiny circles, just the tip of your brush. Beat off any excess. Just make a really effective guy. More. And then just going to start blending it all together. Trying to leave some of the dark spots alone. Really, really gently fluff up the cloud. And then set them nicely into the background. Yeah. Like that. really simply just sort of blend it all in. Okay, so that's the simple sky. We're not going to do too much in the way of the sky today. We're going to take off our paint, tape, and there you'll have a perfectly straight horizon, which is really, really important for seascape. You don't want the ocean to be picking up in any place where it shouldn't. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that same fan brush we had with the alizarin crimson black, and using just the corner of it, we're just going to sketch out our wave. So this wave is sort of going to go here. We'll have maybe a shoreline that goes something like that. And this wave is going to go sort of up. So crash down like this. This part will go kind of like an M. And we'll get some falls sort of going up like that. So we have our wave. Before we get there, let's just take a fan brush, and we're going to go with Prussian blue and phthalo blue and a little bit of alizarin crimson red. Just to sort of dull it down. We don't want the blue to be so blue, but we don't want it to be purple in this case. And every place above that wave, we'll start doing the rocking stroke. Yeah. We're really just filling it in at this point. Filling it in with some dark color. For this top part here, where the original horizon was, you can just use a straighter brush, touch and pull down. Doesn't have to be perfect. There could be light reflecting off the water, so any of your white spots are fine. Go back to filling it in. Now for a wave, it's basically constructed with 4 lines, really 4 lines. There's the baseline, which is the darkest, so I'm going to go with Prussian blue and just a little bit of phthalo green. And I'm going to basically follow this downward sloping line here. Okay. Then, take off some of the excess on my brush. And I'm going to go into some phthalo blue. And then finally I'm going to go into some cadmium yellow, which is going to turn green. Each one you add, you sort of go into the previous layer. So we're basically trying to make a gradient at this That's a really nice green, by the way, that it made. And finally, the last color we're going to add, the last strip we're going to add, is we're going to add a mix of cadmium yellow and white. It'll make this super light, almost white color. And we'll use this one quite a bit for our wave. Something like that. And right in here, there's the transparency of the wave. And the shape of this is really important. Think about like an egg. Whenever I've seen good waves being done, the shape of the egg is like a chicken's egg. But if I've ever seen it done poorly, the shape of the egg is more like a reptile egg. So go in and just sort of draw your egg. And then fill in for the rest of this area. And we're going to start picking it up, and we're going to start sort of swirling it from the bottom into the wave. Blending those lines all together. If it gets dark, go to your darker brush to get started. And pay attention to the line. Right in here, it should be almost spinning, like full circle. But as you go on, your wave should start to mellow out, should start to lay down. And then from here you can start doing color control. If it's too light for you, go into some darker Prussian blue. And it'll eat up all that dark color. So you can start to match your wave. And once it starts looking like that, you can go into a drier brush and really just sort of start blending it. We'll come back to that more later. Now what I want to do is I want to start doing some back painting on the wave. So for that, I'm going to go into the crimson again. Crimson, black, and blue. Basically the same color we used for the sky. And I'm going to start back painting the wave. Following what the wave would be doing. And then starting to add all this foam that the wave has. If you happen to get any into that transparency you want out, just sort of maybe finger paint it away. And then, let's actually add the highlight part to that wave. So I'm going to clean off a brush, Don't think we need this one anymore, so clean it. And I'm going to go into the liquid white, just to thin my paint a little bit. Liquid white, titanium white, and a little bit of the phthalo blue. Maybe a little, just a little crimson to soften it up, just like that. And now, the most important part for this part is you really want it to be like one stroke. Too many strokes will ruin it. And each time you do it, you're going to pick up some color, so beat your brush off. And maybe this sort of feel carries on over here. So we can use that brush now to start filling in some of this with the area here. And you're just sort of putting it in the same way the clouds have been put in. If you want to, you can go right into pure liquid white. Just try to get a few of the spots that are going to be hitting into the sun. And make sure that they're some of the whitest spots in your painting. I want to go back to the corner of my brush. Keep blending this one together. The more you blend this wave part, you don't want to over blend it. But you definitely want to make sure that when you're finished, you get a gradient that goes from a dark color to a light color. Because this wave is going to be casting a shadow. All that water is really working to block light. So you really got to make sure you have that in there. And you do have to keep working it. Until you start to get this wave that's really, really picking up heavy water. You'll get there eventually, I know you will. Blend it. There, starting to really start to come together. Blend out some of the green so it's maybe not so vibrant. Take a smaller brush and in here, sort of blend out the transparency a little bit. same way we sort of, when we do a sunrise or sunset and we're trying to get a really light spot, the same way we always sort of lighten up, clean our brush, lighten up, and then work out. You could work on this transparency for hours to make sure everything's blended really nicely. I think in the context of the show, we don't have hours, we have minutes. So I'm going to show you a few other things. So let's go back and keep filling in some of this background stuff. Yeah. Stuff down here is just black. Now this area back here, we have one wave, but waves come in waves. So we're going to take some of the white, and we're just going to do sort of a cartoon wave stroke. Just like that. And then maybe add one more. And then to do these, you just take a clean brush and blend from the top. Clean brush, clean brush. And then for this area down here, just go back into that dark color and do the same same rocking stroke. Start bringing the wave in to the water on the beach. Now we can start doing some cool stuff. So with the white, we can start adding veins to our waves. A little liquid white at this point goes a long way, just a little. Following the shape of our wave. Remember, our wave is sort of curving like this. All kinds of strange things happening. Starting to sort of lighten up the area on the beach. The liner brush is also a really good tool for this. Just into the liquid white again. A few waves and lines. All the foam and stuff. If it gets a little too bright for you, think something's too distinct, you can always sort of go back, blend it down. You get near the wave, make sure it's with a clean brush. Don't accidentally grab a dirty brush after all the hard work you've done. Just like playing at the beach, you could play around in this stuff for hours. Okay. Now let's add in a few little other things. Let's take a new brush and let's go into some burnt sienna, burnt umber, and just fill in the ground. Right on the shoreline, just let it mix. And automatically you'll get that sort of wet ground feeling. You make that really show up, let people know where the water begins and ends, white. You can blend that ground a little bit better. Make it soft. Let's add a few little things. So my idea for this painting was to sort of do like a British Columbia ocean theme. So out in British Columbia, there's lots of trees, and it almost looks like you could go camping everywhere. So we're just going to throw in some distant trees. A little bit darker than that. These ones are far away, so you're not going to see a whole lot. But they're out there doing their tree thing. Maybe make him a little bit darker. This one goes up. He's an ocean tree. He needs to be strong. We can add those sort of things off in the distance. And over here, I really want that wave to be sort of breaking or crashing on something. So with the knife, clean knife, I'm going to go into some just pure Van Dyke brown. Maybe some black in there to make it really dark, super dark color. And right here, there's a rock thing. So imagine a nice rock. And then highlight the rock. We're just going to use some of that burnt sienna, mix it in to that first color, and add a little touch around. If it won't stick, you can add liquid white. There, something like that. And maybe there's even a rock somewhere here on the beach. Highlight. You can add some other effects using the liquid white. You can add some little foam things around here. Add extra highlights up here. Anything really. So, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope it was as fun for you as it was for me. Until next time, I'll see you around. Bye.